Hi, everybody.
My brother is here.
Yay.
Yay. And my cousins too. Look at that cutie.
Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hope everybody had a lovely Christmas. I know I had lots and lots of food. So I'm still recovering from that, but it was lovely. Instead of a cheat day, it's been a cheat week.
Cheap month, possibly year. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, the year's almost up, so just go for it, Candy.
Yeah, yeah.
Eat whatever you want for the last few days. There's my boy Cole.
Aunt Louise is here. Yay.
Yay. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. While
Phoenix
we're
is
waiting.
listening too. He's just behind me.
Oh, okay. Hi, Phoenix. Did anybody do any traveling? I know Vicky said she's traveled from Arizona to the East Coast for
Nice.
Christmas. Anybody else do any traveling?
I did. Came down to Arizona yesterday.
Nice.
Yay. Oh, and there's Alan and Leslie.
Yeah.
Ella.
Okay,
Ella?
I unmuted.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Oh, now you can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
We
can
can
you
hear
turn
you.
it off again?
I have no idea what I'm doing. So
We can
I've,
hear
ne
you.
I've
So,
never done one of these. So
oh, welcome.
ah,
Still honored.
how do I get everybody on?
There's a
Up in the
little
top,
thing called gallery.
up in the top right, it says view
Oh,
at the very
not on
top.
mine. Penny, help me.
You have to move your cursor.
iPads are a little funny with that.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
Participants.
I'm on a computer, not an iPad, so I can't help. I don't know what it looks like.
I
Hi,
see.
Ella.
Look at it.
Okay, I don't know. I got. Oop, I've got 5 of us. So
That's you're
Try to click around on look for something that says view and then look for something that says gallery. And then you'll see more people. With mine, it's up. You have to actually move your mouse or whatever
There
it
we
is
go.
up toward the
move
top,
my
and then you
mouth.
can whatever it is that you use to move the cursor around.
What'd you do?
And it should be up near the top if you hover over it.
Oop, no.
Nope.
oh.
Well, I know way less than all these younger folks, so ask one of them.
I know even less than that. You're younger than me. So
If there's anybody else on an iPad, maybe you can help. I don't know. Anybody else in here is on their
Oh,
iPad.
look at all these people. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, welcome.
24 participants, but I don't see anybody.
Oh, no.
Oh, what's that?
The
Oh,
deer. Yeah, the deers ate the carrots and Santa ate his cookies.
when I touch it, it gets worse. So,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
all right, back to that.
Just
Okay.
leave it.
I'll just leave it at that.
And when they talk, then they'll show up.
All right.
The reindeer ate the carrots.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming. Good to see so
Okay,
many
I
people.
think I might be able to help with the iPad situation
Oh,
Oh,
because I'm
good.
on a phone and I'm able to just swipe between the things. So like if you just swipe to the left, you might see the gallery mode,
do you know how to swipe?
like just
Oh,
right
there
on
it
the
is.
screen. Is that work?
Nice. Nice.
I
Yeah.
can hear
He used
and
to
see
swipe
Thank
them.
it
you.
That's all we
he,
need, right? We
Mhm.
don't need a
he used to
camera or
swipe
video,
at me
right?
all the time, but I ducked.
That's all. Yeah, you ducked because you had to smell my feet. That's
Yes, I
fine.
did.
Oh,
Hmm. We'll wait just another minute and see if some more stragglers come in, but thanks everybody for coming.
I don't,
Look on yourself.
Um,
I don't know.
Nope. I
Dave-
just
oh,
lost
I
one.
don't know
Yep,
what
hold
it
on,
is.
Don't
I
worry,
don't
Robert, that
it's
was
okay.
something on purpose.
Yeah,
Okay.
Vicky's sharing her screen, so Vicky kindly prepared a little slide deck for us to give us a little information about tonight and the organization in general.
I don't
My name's
understand.
Lisa Alfeld. I'm one of Donette's kids, and I'm the treasurer of the organization and past president. And for those of you who don't know, we created a 501c7 social club called the ROSE. And those of you who are of a certain age will remember the ROSE. Uncle Ken did the Rose Organizations for Savings and what does anybody remember? Savings?
Security and economy.
Economy, yeah. And so we kind
I
of
have no idea how to do this. I don't even know where to go to
co-opted
find it.
that name
I don't know what the fuck.
and changed it a little to the Rose Organization for Socializing and Entertainment. So our goal is to connect cousins and family from across the world so we can get to know each other a little better, keep the memories of Papa, Grandma, and the 12 alive, and continue some of the traditions and learn about our history and get to know each other. So this is a wonderful thing that Neil Genslinger, who's here, organized. Is that he had this idea last year of doing a live reading of "Twas the Day After Christmas," which many people might know as one of Pop-Up's writings. Neil can tell a little bit more about that. And before we get started on that, we were just going to do a quick intro, 10 seconds or less. We want people to just shout out their name, what clan they come from, and where you are in the world. It might be a little chaotic, but just go ahead when you are ready. Just unmute yourself. I'll start. Well, I already started, sort of. Lisa Alfeld. I'm from the Donette clan, and I'm calling in from the Detroit area in Michigan.
And then Lisa, if you can just tell them, say the names in the order that they're on your screen. I think it'll go.
Okay, that'd be easier. Okay, Vicky, you go first.
All right. I'm Vicki Clark. I'm part of the Trin clan, Trin Grub clan. And I live in Arizona and I'm currently in Hatboro.
Okay, great. Aunt Louise, unmute yourself, and Liz, and
Were you calling on us?
yeah.
Okay. I'm Louise Barry Rose. I'm Frank Rose's widow, and I'm 96 years old, and I'm very happy to have some of my family here. I live in Tucson, Arizona.
And
I'm
you two,
Liz Zeno from the Frank clan, here visiting, usually in Minnesota.
And I'm Marin Zeno. I'm Lizzie's child. So also Frank. And I'm usually in Minnesota, but I'm also here in Arizona.
so 3 generations on one screen. Welcome. Kent?
Kent Cooper of the Sylvia clan here in Clan Central in Bernathen.
Penny. Oh, it's Penny. Can you hear me?
Penny Rose is Leon's oldest, Kempton, Pennsylvania.
Yay.
Did
Okay,
you hear
Candy.
me?
Yep. Candy.
I don't know.
Candy Quintero, Robert's little sister. I live in Mitchellville, Maryland. Roy clan.
Great. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. It's Barry's clan. Timna?
Timna.
Yes,
Timna.
it's pronounced Timna. So we are with the Muriel clan, and we are calling in from Milton, Vermont.
Welcome. Emily Genslinger.
Oh. Where's Emily?
Hi, this is Rory. We are with the Muriel clan, and we are calling in from Mapleton, Maine.
Wow. Great. Barry?
Barry Genslinger, Muriel clan, calling from Milton, Vermont, where it's currently well below zero. I won't give you any numbers.
Neil.
Oh, we have a lot of Genslingers on.
Yeah.
Neil Genslinger in Plainsboro, New Jersey, with Donna and Abby, where it is sleeting, and we're Clan Muriel.
Welcome. It says Penny's iPad.
Did you already say Graham?
That's
Unmute.
Robert. Robert, you have to unmute
Yeah,
yourself.
you have to unmute yourself. If you know how to do that.
Hit the little red microphone that has a line through it. You can do it, Robert.
We believe in you.
Where is your mute? Are you muted right now?
On the phone, you have to swipe to the right twice.
Well, I'm gonna move on. We'll come back if you get it turned on. Okay. This one I'm not sure. This says Karka. Can't quite see who's there. C-A-R-C-A.
Hi, that's the beginning of C-A-R-C-A-S-S, Carcass, Mark Grubb and Elsa Grubb.
Hi.
Carcass being my high school, Carcass was my high school nickname.
Oh, okay.
So,
welcome. Cole?
We're in Bernathen.
Sorry. Oh yeah, Bernathen, yay. Okay, Cole, you're up.
This is Phoenix and Cole, Lisa's sons. So Donette clan, also calling from Michigan.
Oh, yay. Leah and Tess.
We are part of the Muriel and Barry clan. I'm Leah. I'm here with my daughter Tess and my other daughter Jade. And
Yeah.
we're also phoning in from Milton, Vermont.
Wow. Alan.
Alan Rose from the Frank clan, here with my daughter Ella and my son Grant, calling in from Davis, California today.
Welcome. Karen.
Karen Alfelt Childs, Donette Clan, and we just moved this year to Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania, right outside Bernathen. So that's where I am.
It looks like Robert's is on now. Robert?
Am I on now?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. I am Robert Rose from Roy's youngest son, and we are in Glenview, Illinois.
Glenview representing. Welcome. Chris Clark.
I am Chris
Yes.
Clark,
Oh,
living
no.
in
Two
Tempe,
Chris Clark.
Arizona. Oh, living in Tempe,
Go ahead,
Arizona. Married Trinket Grubb in 1967, so I am a fairly tolerated member of the Trin clan.
I don't think that's quite accurate, but welcome, Chris. The other one that's marked as Chris Clark, sorry.
Wouldn't that make Chris, he's an origin of the Trin clan, isn't he?
Okay, I can't see where he went. Okay, so I'm gonna go on. I have Cara and Olympia.
Hello, I'm Cara. This is my daughter Olympia, and we're from Clan Midge. So I guess I don't know, third generation, and she's fourth.
Yay.
And we're in
Welcome.
Philadelphia.
Okay, great. Sorry, as people come in, the screen is jumping around, so I'm trying to keep track where I am. Grant?
Oh, that's
Oh.
you. Grant and Jeannie Genslinger, not related to those people in Milton, Vermont. Yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. But we're in the Pocono Mountains, long time.
Welcome. Stewart's.
Hey, Judy Stewart here.
Oh, hi, Judy.
Muriel Clan. I think I'm the only one out of the country. I live in Kitchener, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, wow.
And I've got my son Anthony with me, my younger son. And Louise was my next door neighbor for years. Frank was our pastor. It was great.
Wonderful. Welcome. Rachel Rose.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I am Ken's granddaughter, and I live in Albany, New York.
Welcome. Wendy Sonneson.
I'm Midgie's daughter. I'm in Oakland, California. Wendy Sonneson.
Woo. Jeremy Rose.
I'm Jeremy Rose, Clan Frank, and I'm here in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Welcome. Daniel Clark.
Mute. Hi, I'm Daniel Clark. I'm from Clan Trin, and I'm in Bernathen, Pennsylvania.
Welcome.
See everybody.
He's also the vice president of the ROSE. Oh, and I forgot to mention Liz is the secretary. All great volunteers. Sony.
Hi, I'm Sony Sonneson Werner of the Midge Clan, also known as Marjorie, and I live in New Hampshire.
Welcome. Susie. Oh, unmute.
Are you taking Zach?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll come right back, Susie. Hold on. We'll just go. Chaz, I see Chaz there.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm Chaz Grubb of Clan Trin, number 14 of Clan Trin, at 2639 Alden Road in Bernathen.
Welcome.
Uncle Arthur's house.
Yay. But not the cactuses aren't there anymore, I don't think.
We're working on it.
Okay. Sheila.
Hi, Sheila Rose Mazzoli from Glenside, Pennsylvania.
Welcome.
Question, Sheila, is Jessica with you or is Jessica on the call right now?
Jessica was on her way to Puerto Rico with Melissa.
Okay.
Their plane was canceled in Newark, New Jersey. So they had to cancel the whole trip.
Oh.
And they're back hopefully at Missy's. I haven't heard.
Okay. So Isaac can read her stanza if she's not here.
Okay, Isaac is called in from the bench. Way to go.
Thank
I'm
you.
unmuted, I believe. I believe I'm unmuted.
Yes.
Hello?
Oh, yeah. Great. Go ahead.
Hi, Susie Andrews from the Trin Clan. I had help from my granddaughters, are Renko and Eden. Oh, that's Bethany Cole.
There you go. Welcome.
Yep.
We're in Bernathen.
Oh, we're in Bernathen.
Great. Welcome. Isaac, you're up next. Our hero.
As in for still introductions?
Yes.
All right, I'm Isaac. I was begotten by Victoria, who was begotten by Chris and Trinket of the Marjorie Rose clan, I believe. Trin close.
Oh, no,
It was
we're in the Trin Rose, Greg.
Rose, yeah.
Variant, yeah.
Nice. Welcome. And thanks for stepping up. I appreciate it. Cara?
Hi, I'm Cara, Dom of the Sylvia clan. I'm about 50 paces south of Chazzy's. house on Alden Road in Bernathen, where it's sleeting and icing and sort of snowing.
Welcome. It says iPad Elsa. Maybe that's Elsa Gensinger?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Excellent.
Good.
Elsa Genslinger of the Muriel Groups adopted into the Muriel Group, and I'm in Bernathen, Pennsylvania. And Cara, you don't live on Alden Road, you live on Fetters Mill, and so do I.
Well, I live on but yes, thank you.
I choose.
Welcome. Brenda.
Brenda Mergen, Muriel's oldest, and I live in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Welcome. Donna Genslinger.
We already covered her underneath.
Oh, did we? I'm sorry.
She's over there.
Okay, sorry. Okay, Keith. Maybe that's Keith Cooper.
Keith? Keith put a message in the chat saying he has no camera and no mic.
Oh, okay. So that's Keith Cooper, I think.
Hi, Keith.
Welcome. And that was Lisa, I think, that said that. And Lisa, you want to
Yes.
introduce yourself?
I'm Lisa Hyatt Cooper. I'm an in-law in the Sill clan.
Welcome. Michelle.
Hello, I'm from the Donald Rose clan. I'm in sunny Bernathen right now.
Woohoo! Welcome. Siri.
Hi everyone, I'm Siri Grubb. I'm in the Trin clan and I'm in not sunny Portland.
Welcome. And then I have a phone number 520 ending in 714. I don't know who it is though. I can't see anybody there.
Could be Marge.
I think it's
Oh, maybe it's Marge. I hope that's Marge. Welcome, Marge. And is that everybody? I'm not sure if I'm seeing everybody.
I believe that is everyone.
Okay.
Did we get Leah and Tess? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Well, thanks
Arwen
everybody.
Cole.
All right, so that we have quite a great representation both of places and clans, and this is wonderful. Thanks all for joining us. Now I'm going to pass it on to Neil, who's going to lead the charge in the reading with a number of wonderful volunteers. And everybody else, if you can mute yourself just to make sure we don't hear any extra noise.
Except unless you're a reader, do not mute yourself. Unmute yourself. Hi, everybody. I'll repeat some of what I said last year. First, about the poem that was the basis for Don's poem. Most people know it as The Night Before Christmas, but the actual title, when it was first published in 1823 in a newspaper in Troy, New York, was an account of a visit from St. Nicholas. It was originally published anonymously. Some years later, Clement Moore took credit for it. That's been disputed by some historians. But it's interesting to me that what's not in dispute is that most literary types agree that poem is probably the best known poem ever written by an American. And I would also venture to say that it is the most parodied poem ever written by an American, and that brings us to Don Rose, who, as far as I've been able to tell, first published this poem in his Stuff and Nonsense column in the Evening Public Ledger in December of 1936. As an aside, those who can do math will then now note that a year from now, in 2026, will be the 90th anniversary of the original publication of this poem that we're about to read. There's a passing reference in Don's papers that I have up in boxes upstairs, passing reference to him thinking about turning the poem into a children's book. He never did that as far as I know, but it occurred to me earlier this year that we could do it because there are so many artists in this family. And so I've sort of started the ball rolling on a project that will produce a book of this poem with the illustrations done by Don's various descendants. I've got 9 or 10 artists have already signed on to that project if we are able to execute it. But if any of you are artists or know any artists who I haven't already made contact with,
You
tell
can
them to-
ask my daughter, Emily. We paid a lot for her to be an artist.
Oh, good. Send me her contact info. So that a year, so we hope to, I hope to be able to show that book a year from now if we do another group call. And I think it'll be really interesting to see how different family members interpret the various passages in the poem. I think it'll be pretty hilarious. Anyway, but tonight's business is the second annual reading of the poem. Our readers tonight, in the order that you're going to hear from them, are Rachel Rose from Clan Ken, Generation 3, Kent Cooper from Clan Sill, Generation 2, Cara Smith from Clan Midge, Generation 3, Barry Genslinger from Clan Muriel, Generation 2, Penny Rhodes from Clan Leon, Generation 2, Karen Childs from Clan Donette, Generation 2, subbing in at the last minute, Isaac Sanchez from Clan Trin, Generation 3, and final stanza from Louise Rose, Clan Frank, Generation 1. So readers, make sure you're unmuted. And with that, Rachel, take it away with Don Rose's The Day After Christmas.
'Twas the day after Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring but me and my spouse. And I would have willingly slumbered again, but had to get up for the 7:50 train. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, together with kitty cars, engines, and sleds, and Mama was yawning, and so was I too, as mamas and papas are likely to do, who lately have finished a strenuous day and shared in their family's innocent play.
So I figured it closely and thought that perhaps I still might have time for a couple of naps. When from the alarm clock there came such a clatter, I knew in a moment what must be the matter. It must be, alas, about 7:28, and I'd better get up or else I'd be late. So I sprang from my bed, if that's the right word, though to spring before breakfast is simply absurd. Away to the window I flew like a flash, and parted the curtains and shut down the sash, cut off the alarm clock and shuffled away to ready myself for another tough day.
The sun on the bathroom's linoleum floor showed a litter of things that were not there before, including a rabbit with only one eye, a red rubber doll, and the second son's tie, some sections of track and parts of a train, and a rather decrepit mechanical crane. In the bathtub was water, a cast iron truck, 3 apples, a boat, and a celluloid duck.
So I washed myself partly and put on my socks that Santa had brought me, 6 pairs in a box. 2 sizes too small, and I shudder to think what I'm going to do if they happen to shrink. A new shirt from Santa Claus, too, for my sins, all fastened together with 64 pins. And then down to breakfast, and what should appear but some skates on the stairs, and I fell on my ear. So I sat on the stairs with the skates sitting under, saying, "Gash it," and "Darn it," and "Lightning and thunder," which I shouldn't have said, as I figured too late. But it's hard to keep calm when you sit on a skate.
And now to my breakfast with nothing to eat save fruitcake and raisins and cold turkey meat. And if it turns out that for 4 months or 5 I don't see a turkey, I think I'll survive. And I didn't find out until I sat in the chair that someone had left a box of paints there. And the house seemed quite cold, and there wasn't much doubt that somehow or other the furnace was out. So I lit it again, feeling low in my soul, and wished that old Santa would send me some coal instead of 3 ashtrays and 6 pairs of socks and 50 cigars in a holiday box.
Then I ran for the train, having missed the first two, which is something I frequently manage to do, and stopped for the mail, expecting the worst, though the bills won't arrive until January 1st, and found 9 more cards from friends whom I'd missed when I made out last Tuesday my Christmas card list. I suppose I should send them a greeting of cheer to reach them in time for a Happy New Year, but I've bought enough postage stamps lately, I bet, to pay off a third of the national debt.
'Twas the day after Christmas, and all around town, the people were taking the mistletoe down. The stores were deserted, the toy counters bare, and never a sign of a Santa Claus there. And where were the customers, merry and bright, all loaded with packages, heavy and light? Where was the merchandise? Where were the toys? Where were the shoppers, the girls, and the boys?
So Christmas is over with all its gay thrills, and little to show for it now but the bills. A day of good living and giving and laughter, but oh, what a headache the next morning after. And it seems just too bad that the very next day there's work to be done in the usual way. So, brothers and sisters, let's all give a cheer that Christmas Day comes only once in a year. And though I don't feel very merry or bright, Happy New Year to all, and to all a good night.
As you can tell, those readers have been practicing since probably July to get these verses down. Beautifully done. And did I hear someone say encore? Because
Encore.
thank you. Because 2 years after he published that poem, Don went to the well again, and in his column in 1938 on Christmas Eve, published The Day Before Christmas. And I think Marin is going to read that for us right now.
'Twas the day before Christmas, and all through the house there was hardly room for a very small mouse. But parcels and packages, ribboned and gay, piled hither and yon in great disarray, stacked high on the bureau and strewn on the floor, behind the piano and back of the door, some under the gas stove, some under the sink, and some in the cellar and attic, I think. Thousands of Christmas cards, too, more or less, to add to the cheerful confusion and mess. I came down to breakfast, sat down in my chair, and found a nice holly wreath already there. So breakfasted briefly on bacon and bread, departed for town, and fell over a sled, which Santa or somebody left at the door, for I vow that there wasn't a sled there before. 'Twas the day before Christmas, and cloudy and chill, but warmed by the spirit of friendly goodwill. My fellow commuters seemed cheerful and gay, which they usually aren't at the dawn of the day. Some said Merry Christmas, or Happy New Year, or some other greeting of friendship and cheer. The railroad conductor was gay as a cricket, but wanted, as usual, to punch out my ticket. 'Twas the day before Christmas, when goodwill should reign, but it still costs you money to ride on a train. 'Twas the day before Christmas, and all through the town the handkerchief counters were turned upside down. The sale girls were weary and wished, I dare say, they could cover their counters and call it a day. And the gift above all they would probably choose is to sit in a soft chair and kick off their shoes. The customers still were doing their shopping, and next week no doubt they'll be changing and swapping the gifts you selected with scrupulous care for something that's fit for a person to wear. 'Twas the day before Christmas, 'twas bright Christmas Eve, when it's better by far to give than receive. But the bad day to wonder, when buying 3 pairs, what size in silk stockings your lady friend wears. 'Twas the day before Christmas, and all through the city the highways and byways and windows were pretty, with colorful lights and garlands of green, the cheerfulest Christmas I ever have seen. The strains of old carols, nostalgic and sweet, sang clear o'er the racket of old Market Street. A tinkle of bells, like the echo of chimes, was Santa Claus asking for nickels and dimes. For folks who have little to make them feel gay, as you do and I do on glad Christmas Day. White whiskers, red coat, and a well-tinted nose. But Santa has corns and half-frozen toes, and his corner is cold, and so are his feet, as he rings Christmas bells on Old Market Street. 'Twas the day before Christmas, and time marches on. By this time tomorrow, the fun will be gone. The stores will be empty, the streets will be bare, and there won't be a sign of a Santa Claus there. But tomorrow is Christmas, with all of its thrills, and this is no time to be bothered by bills. A day to be happy with home folks and friends, and all the nice presents that Santa Claus sends. It may be, of course, we should all give a cheer that Christmas comes no more than once in a year. A strenuous season, as you will agree, from buying the presents to trimming the tree, but worth what it costs for good or for ill to right-hearted folks and men of goodwill. 'Tis the day before Christmas, and time to recall its mystical meaning to one and to all. A time to be merry, a time to be gay, a time to put troubles and worries away. A time for renewing, a time for repeating the old-fashioned phrase and time-honored greeting. We've said it before, but we'll say it again. Peace on earth and goodwill among men. Peace among men through trouble and fear may shadow our days the rest of the year. Goodwill and good cheer, though sorrow and strife, are part of the pattern of this mortal life. 'Tis the day before Christmas, let's keep it all right. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Let me just say that we could staff a pretty good radio station with some of these reading voices. My goodness. um, thanks everybody for doing that. That was lovely.
Yeah.
And as I said, if you're an artist and want to contribute to possibly a children's book version of that first poem, get in touch with me. Lisa, it's back to you.
Thank you, Neil, for coordinating all this and for making sure it was the highest caliber of reading. And back to real quick, we're going to go through a few things about the organization in case there's anybody here who doesn't know. And then we wanted to, anybody who can stay on and share some memories of, we're hoping maybe people have memories of Pop-Up and Grandma and the 12. We'd like to keep those kind of memories alive as none of them are here with us anymore. We want to continue telling those stories. So the ROSE is, as I said, a social club organization. It's $12 for an individual membership per year, and with a maximum of 36. So however many people, if you have 4 people in your household who are 18 and all want to become members, it caps out at $36. And we have scholarships if anyone has any financial issues that might bar them from joining. So that money goes to our activities, which are many, but the biggest one is the Rosapalooza that we in February. Oh, sorry. Vicky's doing the slides for me. So we'll go to, okay, so there's the membership, but then we also have donations. We accept donations to do our events and activities, and the biggest one being Rosapalooza, which we're planning to do again in 2027. We did it 3 years apart each time, so this will be 3 years since our last one. So on February 7th, we're going to start planning that. So if anybody wants to help out with that, we're going to be having a meeting on February 7th at 11:30 Eastern time. We'll send out a Zoom link for that again. So watch your email and Facebook to get that information. So we'd love to have you. This is just an initial meeting where we're just going to talk about, like last year we did a weekend long event. Do we want to do that again? What kind of things worked? What kind of things didn't work? What would you like to see? Of course, this is all volunteers, so we're looking for people who might be willing to commit some time and energy. So that's coming up. So mark your calendars. We'd love to have everybody who can come there. And there's some of you have participated in some of the other events that we've done. There was, of course, Neil published his book back in August. We had a book launch, which is great, great, great book. If you haven't seen it yet, I think there's some copies. I don't think Rachel's here tonight, but Rachel Martin has copies in Bernathen and that you can get. And then there was Dan Clark organized some activities at the Soapbox Derby. Oh yeah, here's the book. If you want to, does this have Rachel's? No, but you can contact secretary at rosesocial.org to get on the mailing list for the Zoom, and then also to find out more if you haven't seen the book yet. Find out about that. So that book release was in August. In September, there was a tent at the Soapbox Derby where Dan Clark was talking to people about the Rose Clan and the organization. Of course, we did in 2024, we did the big Rosapalooza celebration. There's about 200 people there. That was really fun. We had a gathering at the Philadelphia Flower Show, which was super fun to celebrate Pop-Up and Grandma's gardens and their love of gardening and flowers. And I think there's some stories about Pop-Up going the last day and getting a bunch of cheap flowers at that show that he put in his yard. There was a group that went to Chicago Lyric Opera to see The Listeners, which is Missy Mazzoli's, I don't know if it's her latest opera, but a very current opera that she wrote the music for, which was super fun. And they got to hang out with Missy and learn about the opera. I think the librettist was there too, so that was fun. And then we're still working on trying to get 12 photos from each clan to get at least a fundamental group of pictures that we can put together to start our preservation collection and make sure we have representation of each clan member. So if your family hasn't sent in 12 photos to Dan Clark yet, please reach out to him, vp@rosesocial.org, and he can fill you in on what kind of things he wants. And that's a list of all the different things we did. Of course, it was the day after Christmas. Oh, these are the gatherings online. Sorry, I'm not prepared for this because Vicky was going to do it, but then she lost her voice. So I'm trying to keep up here. So what we do every month is have gatherings online like this, where we invite people to just come and hang out. We try to have a topic for each month. And as you can see here, there's all kinds of different topics. It's super fun. You get to know people that maybe you wouldn't otherwise. You get to know some family lore and learn what other family members are interested in. And maybe you can connect further and get to know them more through some gardening or cooking or family history, things like that. So this is super fun. We always like to have as many people as we can. And right now we're looking for a volunteer to help set up and manage an Instagram account so that we can connect with people that way. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to Liz at secretary@rosesocial.org. We would love to have you help out with that. How can I support Rose? Oh, here. Yeah, the just in general, the ways you can support is just to participate. We all love to have as many people as we can from many different parts of the family. And then, of course, becoming a member helps support our activities. Participating at Rosapalooza so we can get to know each other in person. And then donations are great too. If anybody has any questions about the organizations, you can shout them out. Otherwise, we can move on to see if anybody has any. Oh, Penny, are you raising your hand or are you doing something else? Okay. We can go on to see if there's anybody who wants to share any memories of Pop-Up and Grandma. And I'm going to start because I remember when I was little, and then I can't remember if this was every year, maybe Karin or somebody else can remember, but there were Rose Christmas parties. And I remember going up to the CNS Club and with tons of roses there. And I was a little kid. I remember just running around having a great time. And one specific memory is somebody, I feel like it was my mom, but I'm not sure that if she was behind this or not. They got, it felt like hundreds. It was probably maybe 20 like wind up toys that we wound up like they were Santa Clauses or something, or just going all around the floor, and all the kids were running around chasing them, and it was super fun. And there was lots of food and singing and all kinds of things. It was great. It's a great memory. So I don't know if other people have better memories of those, more clear memories. Sony?
Again, Christmas parties. I do remember that some of the uncles had this thing about getting out their scissors and they'd cut the tie of their brothers. Does anybody else remember that? It was just hilarious. I don't know why they did it, but it made everybody just go into peals of laughter. So that and the silver dollars. I don't know what year it was, but many of us grandkids, raise your hand if you ever got a silver dollar from Papa. Okay. Okay, I thought I made that up.
Or you thought maybe it was just you, but no.
Just you.
Sheila? Sorry, I'm having trouble seeing everybody's face, so if I call wrong, just...
I remember going to Genslinger's house at the end of the street for the Rose family Christmas parties, and Uncle Bob would lead us in a band. I mean, so many of us played instruments that there was a little band there that played songs at the Christmas parties, and Pop would hand out the silver dollars. But I also remember Aunt Muriel's wonderful gingerbread houses for each family, and just pouring over them. She made one for each family that was a little bit different, and pouring over those and wondering which one we'd get.
Oh, that's amazing.
And do you remember the band playing at Children's Hour?
I remember going to Children's Hour.
Yeah. It was an awesome performance.
The band also played, I think, when maybe Aunt Louise knows. No, it was when one of the ministers came back to Bernathen after being in another country for several years. And we actually went out on the tarmac and played, I'm sure, horribly. I'm sure it was very embarrassing. But the band popped up here around at the Children's Hour. We did play on the Children's Hour. That was when Grandma Rose was made Grandmother of the Year.
Aw.
What is or was the Children's Hour?
Yeah, what is the Children's Hour?
It was a program, I think, on Sunday morning. Barry, do you remember? Was it Sunday morning?
Yep.
1 hour long program.
On the radio?
No, on TV.
On TV.
It was TV.
Wow.
Karen has her hand up.
So probably all 4 people who own TVs watched it at that time.
Yeah, because there were no football games on.
Right.
That's right.
What channel?
I do remember, yeah, my strongest memory of the Christmas parties was when at the CNS Club. Maybe they moved there at some point when the clan was getting bigger. But I remember the Grub song being sung every year. Was that the Christmas party or was that the picnic in the summer? I don't know, but I definitely remember that. And sort of vaguely remember that toys all over the place. Lisa, mostly just sort of general fun. But one year, my brother Anders and I did a skit of the 12 Days of Christmas. And it was like it was my head and my hands in boots, and Anders was behind me and had his arms through a coat, and we acted out the 12 Days of Christmas. And I remember being very nervous before, but there was friendly laughter, so that it ended up being really fun.
So cute. There were skits that were put on by some of the uncles too. Well, originally the Christmas parties were just one party, and then it eventually had to be separated into a children's party and an adult party because there were too many people. But there were uncles that would put on these crazy skits, like pretending to be a washing machine and agitating around and jumping up and down. And I mean, it was so funny.
My favorite was of Uncle Frank with his imitation of being a golf ball.
Were there any perp stories? Is that where Uncle Frank used to do perp stories? Maybe. I
No,
remember.
Purple came a long way after that.
Way later.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I,
Wonderful.
I have one memory of, it would have been 1970, Mom's 50th birthday. My dad got all the brothers and sisters up from Maine, flew them in from everywhere. Me and Neil met them at a restaurant in Maine. And Dad brought her out there to dinner. Surprised the heck out of her.
Wow. Wow. That's a big undertaking.
And I think Dad wrote a poem too, didn't he, Judy? It was probably the worst poem ever written, but it did have some rhymes in it. Something about her being 50 and it sure is nifty.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Does anybody remember going to the Horn and Hard Art restaurant?
Oh, yes.
This would be for the for those of us who are in the older group. That would, for those that don't know, the Horn and Hard Art restaurant, it was this big wall of little cubbies where you could look in and see the food that you were going to get. And Pop-Up had a bag of whole big bag of quarters, which is what it took to get your food. And you'd go look in and see what you wanted. You'd put the coin in, the door would open, you would take your food out. It was on a tray, all ready to go, hot, fresh, cooked. Close the door, and like magic, there was another hamburger in there just like that. It was amazing. Of course, we didn't know at the time there were 5,000 people on the other side of the wall that were doing the cooking and refilling of all these cubicles.
Where was that in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
That was in New York on the way back from the Children's Hour performances, I recall.
There was one in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I thought it was in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
very near the Reading Terminal was the one in Philadelphia.
Wow. That'd be amazing if anybody had any pictures of the Children's Hour or anything like that. I don't know if those were ever taken, but that'd be great.
There is one picture somewhere of the Children's Hour taken by, I don't know who, but of our little band playing.
Oh, wow. I'd love to see that if anyone knows, as anyone has it. Candy has hand up.
I'm just wondering, I'm on the younger end, I guess, of the cousins, but most of my memories seem to be vaguely at Uncle Leon's house. But I also know there were a lot of the summer picnics there too. But I have like a childhood memory of Pop-Up but he died when I was pretty young, so I don't know if it's a real memory or an imagined memory. Does anybody else remember them being at Uncle Leon's?
I remember at least one being there. I
Yeah.
feel like I have a memory at their house.
Their house, yeah.
I mean, Pop-Up and Grandma's house. I feel like that's the one place I got a silver dollar, but I also remember the Rhodeses, and maybe it's only photographs that make me think of Uncle Stanley's house on Woodland Road. Must have moved around.
The Louise
that I hardly even remember the CNS, though I can imagine it there. I don't really have.
Yeah, I have kind of a vague memory of that one now that they mentioned it, but yeah.
I have a hand up with, oh, go ahead. Sorry, Candy. Hand up with Aunt Louise.
Yeah.
Yep. Did someone there put a hand up?
I did.
Oh, Liz. Okay.
So Marge is with us on the phone, but is unable to unmute herself. So she sent me a few messages to share.
Oh, great.
So she says, tell them I'm from the clan Trin, oldest living grandchild, with Brenda and Penny, the three granddaughter matriarchs. And she remembers being at the Children's Hour, and she says, I used to have coffee with Pop-Pop at H&H after riding the train to work together.
Aw.
Aw.
Cute.
From Marge.
Thanks, Marge. Stoney, you have your hand up?
Well, it was my memory that I never, ever had a conversation with Pop-Pop. Until Neil Genslinger, if you've all read his recent book about Pop-Pop's Stuff and Nonsense, I think if I just, I'm a detective here, I think Aunt Donnie took me and Wendy and Carl into the big city of Philadelphia and go to museums and stuff like that. And when we came back, he at least looked at the three of us and said, basically, did you have fun? That was it. Now, does anybody else remember a real conversation with Papa? Because I have lots with Grandma. But Papa, I think, died in 66, and I only had contact with him for about 5 or 6 years, and I don't think I ever had a conversation more than that. How about you? Does anybody have memories of really talking to him?
64 is when he died.
64. So I had only
you're
3 or
saying
4 years of being in contact with him
So
because
you
we
were
lived
one of-
away.
You were one of the kids in the column that is in that book about Aunt Donna taking a random group of kids into the city. You were one
I
of them.
think I was one of those, but you didn't name me. But I
No,
think I was one of them.
The kids weren't named in the column, but only Donette was. But
Yeah.
Curious who was on that.
Yeah, I'm just vaguely piecing things together like a detective. But anyway, I don't have any memory of talking to him, and I wonder if other people did.
I see,
I
Chris.
have some. I did private duty on him when he was in the hospital to have surgery on his nose, I think. I was a student at the time in the nursing program there. And they pulled me off my floor to do private duty on Pop-Up, who really did not need private duty at all. But I remember talking to him quite a bit. And also, I remember talking to him when he started to lose his eyesight and talking to him about books on records. And he really didn't like that idea of getting those.
Chris Clark's hand is up.
Yes, I remember being auditioned by Pop Pop as I was approaching the possibility of being engaged and married to Trinket, who always thought she was his favorite, like the other 120 of you. So I don't, because I was nervous, I don't remember much about the content, but I think it was more about my vocabulary that got me through.
Well, you must have done well, because here you are. Cara has a hand.
He was also the speaker at my nursing graduation.
Oh, wow.
There's that New Church audio of some of his speeches. I saw Chaz raise your hand. You talked to Pop Pop.
Well, it was make sure you pick up all those Legos.
That counts.
I don't want to have to write another poem about tripping over stuff.
Cara has a hand up too.
Yeah, this really isn't about Christmas, but Brenda just mentioned when Papa was losing his eyesight, and I had made up that it was about glaucoma, but then Neil's book said something about it being after a stroke, and I was wondering if anybody has the facts on that. I don't remember a stroke. I do remember him losing his eyesight, but I don't remember that it was a result of a stroke.
I see Penny's hand up.
I do remember my dad being called to go in and pick him up at the office. They had a stroke. So I do remember.
Okay.
Oh. How did it work?
That so did he completely lose his eyesight after that? I wasn't born to 65, so I never met him.
I don't think he was totally blind.
Okay.
Does anybody else remember the trip with several of the grandchildren to the bowels of the production facility for the newspaper? Where he had some of the typesetters down there showing us how they did the typeset, how they created a page of the paper, and they made the hot lead cast with our name on it.
Oh, wow.
And gave it to us while the lead was still hot.
Yeah.
They didn't warn us about They didn't warn us about that part. They just said here and handed it to us with a pair of tweezers.
It's a great thing to give a kid, a hot lead.
And a
That's
lifelong burn scar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hot
Dude.
off the press.
Yeah.
We also got a behind the scenes tour of the Mummers Parade making the
Oh,
costumes
yes. Yes. That
in
amazing.
Philadelphia.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's a picture of my brother Robert. They made him a little one, and he was wearing it. He must have been about 4.
Wow.
Five.
That's amazing.
Being
I think Pop-Up had.
backstage, yeah.
I think Pop-Up had macular degeneration. Not 100% sure, but his central vision went first.
Oh.
That's what I recall. But
Sheila.
and that also runs in the family.
Does anyone remember going to, I think it was Riverview Park with the Parker family on the boat on the Delaware? And we all got to wear a rose on our lapel to identify us as a rose.
No.
But
you made that one up, Sheila.
I didn't.
Grant, were you trying to say something?
Yeah, I've gone back to the children's hour. Barry, I was very young, but I was there. But I seem to remember after everything happened, we all left. And then we remembered we left one of the children there.
No, that was at the restaurant.
Oh, that was at the restaurant.
It was at the restaurant. It was Ribby. Everybody thought he'd gone with somebody else.
Oh dear.
Right. Okay, there we have it.
Did you ever get him back?
Oh yeah.
We're not sure.
Okay. A lot of people to keep track of.
Does anyone still do things for Christmas that either your parents did or maybe Grandma and Pop did?
Question.
I make fancy snowflakes.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Somebody must still make gingerbread houses or some kind of houses.
Well, Judy has all the molds.
I have one mold. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Judy has the rest, I think.
It wasn't gingerbread. It was cake.
It was cake. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of candy on it.
Peppermint.
Some of us sing grace.
Singles. Yeah. Yeah.
Some sing grace before meals and after meals.
Was Dance Around the Tree a Rose thing?
I think it was a grub thing.
That was our
maybe
that was
Rose.
off. Well, but we did it because my dad, who's Swedish, that was a Swedish tradition. I don't know if it originated with our family and or not, but we used to do that.
Yeah.
And Marge still knows all the words in Swedish.
Ah, nice. I know some of them, not all of them.
My End of the Roses was not Swedish, but I still remember that song.
Chaz, did you have a hand up?
I go shopping and buy way too much food and cook too much food, and then everybody gets sick, and then I have too much food.
Sick in a good way, right? Yeah.
Do Christmas naps count as a tradition in our family?
Oh.
Because we
sure.
absolutely participate in the mid-afternoon, late afternoon Christmas nap.
That
Before
sounds
going to the party.
I'm a big advocate of naps.
yeah.
Advocate of naps.
I don't think this is Christmas, but does anyone remember Grandma Rose's teapots and tea sets? And teacups. Louise, and I see Louise has
Oh, Louise has her hand up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
I have a memory about Ma. I don't have very many about Pop, but one that I remember why I was in a car with her, I don't know, but someone was driving her to I think it was to Philadelphia on Pop's birthday. And she got in the car in the front. I was in the back, and she was carrying this vase of water. And as we started up, she said, "Jinx, I forgot the flowers."
No, our trip was
have to raise that. We curse with that curse word. We're carrying on a family tradition. Jinx.
I will remember, this is Grant, I will remember Jeannie and I when we were first dating and such in a snowstorm, we decided we needed to go up to the church because the choir was singing. It was a terrible snowstorm. And we got down to the house on Woodland, and Grandma is on the hood of the car wiping off her windshield. And we're like, Grandma, what are you doing? Someone has to go hear the choir. I said, okay, let's hop in the car. She gets in, we get in, and she tools off. She goes down to the train station, I think it was there, and then up that hill, fishtailing all over the place. And oh my gosh, we had a glorious time. We were there and possibly the only people in the church, maybe.
I hope the choir was good.
They were great.
That's amazing. Well, Sony has a hand up.
Yeah. This is sort of reminded me of just the other day, I was watching the cathedral service, and I just want to give a shout out to Kent.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the bell ringers. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but you get about a dozen or so people who have practiced all summer probably, and Kent has arranged these amazing, beautiful, serene Christmas songs, and then the people do the bell ringing. So I just want to say thank you, Kent.
Thank you.
That was really marvelous.
I was the arranger of only 2 of the pieces that we did.
But still, that's more than all of the rest of us could do together. You know, it was.
And we
If you
didn't
haven't seen it
practice.
yet, I think it was the Christmas Eve service. Is that right? At the cathedral?
Yes.
I saw on video on Zoom. Anyway, thank you, Kent, for your musical.
Was
I
it
don't have
live
musical
streamed?
ability, but it was wonderful.
Lisa
it
was
live?
also among the handbell ringers.
Lisa, okay, thank you. Thank you.
And
I
we
couldn't
did not
recognize the
practice-
others, but
We did not practice starting in the summer. We practiced twice for that day.
you all come with some musical gifts that I don't have, and I honor that you have those. So thank you. You brought great joy to me yesterday.
Is that on live stream?
Yes, yeah, go to Bernathen Cathedral
Yes.
and look for the Christmas Eve service. I think is the one that I saw. Is that right?
It
And
was
it's
Christmas
like a half
Eve.
an hour before the service starts. There's all
were-
lovely music.
There were 3 of them, and I don't know whether they had posted all 3, but maybe they edited out the finer points from 3 of them to make one. But yes, the prelude music is about 20 minutes worth, alternating sort of between handbells and the organ, and
Yeah, it was lovely. So thank you.
and an interlude and the first were also handbell. No, not the interlude.
Susie, I think. Is her hand
Yes.
up?
Just another thing you'll hear on that service, if you listen to the stream, is a great bass singer, and his name is Matthew Rose, but he's not a relative.
Oh,
I just thought it was fun.
We'll
Wendy?
adopt him.
Yeah.
For
Wendy
$12, he could become a member.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Honorary member.
Buy your way into the family.
Wendy.
Yeah, I have a strong memory that came to me last night because Grandma and I were walking from the car at the parking lot at the church up the little path to the Glencairn Sing, and she held on to me, and she couldn't walk without me helping her up the icy path. Well, the same thing happened to me last night with my grandson, and so I'm flashing on, hey, that seemed like a minute ago that I was helping Grandma up the path, and now my grandson's helping me.
That's amazing. That's so sweet. Wonderful. Well, we're a little past time. It's been
I'll just do one more if that's
yeah,
okay.
please do. Yeah.
Okay, so raise your hand if you know where Alden Road is in Bernathen. Do you all know it's upgraded? It has a new look. And if you haven't seen it yet, I mean, how many of us walked up and down that hill? How many of us were born on that street? How many of us lived on that street? And it's just, I went and visited in September when it was just total destruction. And my daughter went to Bernathen yesterday and I said, I don't want to see any other Christmas pictures. I just want to see a picture of what Alden Road upgrade looks like. So she sent me a picture. It has a sidewalk. It has
what?
drainage.
It's flat.
You won't believe it. If you ever go back to Bernathen, if you don't already live there like Kent and Cara do, it is pretty exciting to go, what? Am I in another universe?
We used to have a great time playing in the gutters
Yeah.
when it rained really hard.
Yep.
We would
just
ride
stream down and you could
So
float
fun.
down with it.
Yep.
No more. It's a
No,
whole new
There
world.
was some pretty good floods on it this summer when we had some rain come down. I think it moved half of the material down onto Fetter's Mill. It was Chazzy could tell you some horror stories. He had a front row seat.
What a mess. Oh well.
Oh my gosh.
Change.
Oh, Candy, go ahead.
Just a little tiny thing, but so I in our Christmas service yesterday here in Mitchellville, all through the season we usually have times to carol and everything, but we didn't this year because our congregation is somewhat smaller. But I was so grateful that the minister chose to have City of David as part of it, because it just brings Pop right into the Christmas spirit. So
That's nice.
I was thinking, oh, we should sing that out of Zoom, but singing together doesn't work very well on Zoom.
No, it's difficult. Oh yeah, that's a wonderful song.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you again, Neil, and to all the readers that helped us enjoy these lovely pieces of our history. I look forward to seeing at least some of you on February 7th, at least. If you can't come then, be sure to check your email for the next gathering online. I don't know what the topic's going to be, but we will enjoy having anybody who can come. And also keep in mind, one of the things we like to try to do with the funds we're raising too is make possible, for example, if someone wanted to do a Rose Christmas party next year, we could maybe drum up a little bit of money for refreshments or something like that. We like to encourage Roses to get together and have a good time and get to know each other and keep the memories alive. So feel free to reach out to us if you have an idea of something you'd like to try to do to get the family together, and we'll see what we can help with. And then with the preservation stuff, some people have requested preservation materials. Like we're going to make available like archival sleeves and boxes and things like that for photos and documents and things like that. We're working on the logistics of that. Aunt Louise, you have a hand up?
It's Liz, I just wanted to say we're hoping that when we restart the monthly meetings in March, that we will be showing those clan pictures that all of you are going to send in, so that we can have the clans kind of get us all caught up, so that we might have a session where we talk about the Grub clan and get hear about them and be able to share stories about the Grub clan and kind of take turns going through the clans to get to know each other in that way.
And then we can all learn the grub, 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 G-R-U-B-B song. Wonderful. Well, thank you all very much. I hope you all have a merry, happy new year, and thanks for everyone who helped make this meeting possible.
Happy New Year.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Bye.
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 I hope so. I'll be able to post this on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's been recorded. I forgot to say that.
Could record well this time. Well, we can put it in the email. It's great to see everyone.
Yep. Bye-bye,
Did you-
everybody. Happy New Year.